how can I teach fetch? He's good at keep away. Okay, so, it's a difference between a possession game and a non-possession game. So your dog is telling you like, hey, I want to play a possession game. So that's part of it. Okay, this is what your dog wants to do. The single quickest way to teach the dog a possession game is to create boundaries. And the easiest way to create boundaries for a dog is with your leash. So anytime that that your dog's trying to keep away from you and you can anticipate that, put your leash on the dog. We've got several videos on our Facebook wall, and I think I'll put another one together because this is a pretty common question of how to actually teach your dog the boundaries and how to ask for them to give you the toy back. Now, the way that I actually teach the dog fetch, I've got a multi-tiered strategy for teaching this, but the very easiest way I teach them is with the game that I call the treat toss game. So I toss it, they get the piece of food in their mouth, I call their name, and then when they turn around and they start coming back to me, then I heavily reward them from doing that. I will probably put about 200 to 300 repetitions of just doing that back and forth, back and forth. Then what I do, and I'm looking over, I think I have it right here. Yeah. Then what I do is I take this toy. I'll take this toy right here, but I'll take two of them, and then that same place that I was tossing the food back and forth and calling my dog to bring it back, I will take two of these identical balls right here. I will throw one. When the dog gets it, I will and then encourage them to come back to me with the second one. When they bring that one back, then I toss it back, and then I begin to create the cycle that I'm looking for. At some point in the future, and for a lot of folks it's in the near future, you don't actually have to have two balls, you just do one. You throw it, the dog goes out and gets it, but you have to give the dog a reason to come back to you. If you think about it, the dog's like, oh, having the ball in my mouth, it's just the greatest thing ever. So if you just throw the ball, they get it in their mouth, and then the only thing that you're going to do is take it away from them. They don't really see the value in that. So showing them that you have a second one, putting a lot of motion into that, they come back, you throw it, and then you start an exchange, at least for a little while, will make it easier. But start with food, because the food can build the pattern of out and back, where the ball, you're going to be a little bit more challenged. You're going to have to be a little bit more patient if you start with the ball first. But I'll just tell you, I really like this ball. These are the Everlasting, I think it's Everlasting Fun Ball. And if it's not the Everlasting Fun Ball, it's the Everlasting Treat Ball. And what I do for puppies is I put food inside of that cavity. I put food right inside that cavity right there. And then they have to kind of play with the ball to get it to come out. And that really builds a nice association. And I'll get a couple of these. I go through these, probably I renew these maybe once every month or once every couple of months with my own dogs as we play fetch with them. But it's a really, really nice ball. Pretty tough to destroy. It's going to last a little bit longer than your general tennis ball.